It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug for what is going to be our Behind the Score episode number 68. I am really excited and a little bit scared about diving into today's music, but we're going to be okay, y'all. It's going to be fine. I am among friends. I am boldly going where no one has gone before. No, I've already pissed you off. That's from Star Trek. We're listening to some Star Wars music today, y'all. And I'm really happy about it because the person who is responsible for most, if not all, of this music is John Williams, one of the best that has ever lived and done it. And this score to not only Star Wars, but the entire Star Wars universe, it's one of the best of all time in terms of orchestral music, in terms of movie scores, soundtracks, you name it, y'all. And he's drawing on some of the absolute best of what orchestral music, the history of orchestral music has to offer in his music to accompany these films. I hear elements of Gustav Holst. We've looked at the planets, right? There's elements of that Mars suite, that Mars movement in there. There's elements of Stravinsky and the rhythmic vitality of the Rite of Spring and the boom boom boom, just the earthiness in a space opera, right? Of some of Williams' music. It's absolutely extraordinary. But where I find the most kind of correlation, like, that's where John is really drawing some inspiration for what he's doing in his scores for Star Wars. It's from Wagner's Ring Cycle. Now, Wagner, um, not a nice man, but a very, very accomplished composer. And in his Ring Cycle, we've got epic storytelling. We've got, hours and hours and hours of of story to get through. And we've got these weaving melodies that come in and come out. We've got a very large orchestra. We've got 15 plus hours over four operas for Wagner to write and score. And a score like that can provide some really great insights into filling even the most incidental scenes with appropriate music that keeps the narrative fresh. It can help us recall characters, it can help us recall feelings and situations. And it really did work for John. I mean, I know that John didn't go into writing the original score for episode 4 thinking that, oh, this is going to be, a trilogy and then 6 movies and then 9 movies. I know that he didn't really go into it thinking about that, but he was thinking on a grand scale, and how Wagner especially used something called leitmotif, and these motives that can stand for feelings, stand for characters, stand for organizations, and those can help accompany us through the entire story. And y'all, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. Quite frankly, I've been scared of doing it for about the same amount of time. I like Star Wars. I really do. But I'm not a Star Wars fanatic, y'all. I've never read any of the books that have come from it. I haven't watched all of the now the series that have been coming forth on Disney Plus and whatever. I don't know the ins and the outs of the movies and the soundtracks. I've seen all of them multiple times, but I'm not like ingrained in them, So preparing to present a video on John Williams' motifs in the Star Wars universe amounts to a lot of work, y'all. It's a potential master's thesis or even a doctoral dissertation. It would take me months, honestly, to properly go through all of the scores, to discover all of these interwoven themes, to think about them, to try to tie them together, to write about them, and to present them to you all. It's huge, right? Because there's so much of it, and it's so good, and it's so dense, right? So I have decided in this video to start somewhat small, friends. I hope you will go on the journey with me. I am going to take a relatively quick stroll through 4 classic themes from the Star Wars universe. Okay? So let's have a good time, shall we? I'm going to start with the main title. How could I not, right? It's not really a leitmotif per se, but it's, you know, our iconic introduction to the main titles in this now, I guess, 9 movie, well, even more with the extras. But yeah, the 9 movie tentpole saga, right? The Skywalker saga. And you know, who in their right mind, have you ever heard any other score to a movie? We've all watched our share of movies over the years. This is the only movie that I've ever come across where you're sitting down, you know, you've gotten through all of the, uh, you know, the previews and the ads, and you've got your popcorn and and you got your soda, maybe you've got some candy, you're sitting in and you're ready to go, and the screen goes black and it says once upon a time, you know, and then bang, the most huge B flat major chord with the screaming high trumpet on a high B flat. And we're just like Marty McFly in the DeLorean, y'all. We're just, all right, blast off. Let's frickin' go, right? So we're gonna listen to this. I've got a scoring of this as you see it here. This is a setting of this for piano. It's a piano reduction, but it'll help us to get through the main title, or at least part of it. So let's listen for a bit and see what the main title, be reminded what the main title sounds like. So let's get into it. This is Star Wars main title. Here we go. Big fanfare. Bum 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 bum. Beat it bum bum. Beat it bum. Little B theme. Half cadence returns to the main theme. And you see, this is doing some stuff that this will do later on. And it goes on from there, right? This is doing a different arrangement for what I have. Strings, brass. And it's rhythms and percussion and eeriness. And you're in. You're like, how could I not be in? That's some of the whole stuff, right? Or even the rite of spring. I want to keep listening, but I didn't analyze this part. Okay, we'll hear it again. Let me back it up. rhythms underneath it that complement it, texture changes. I'm going to stop it. All of the lead instruments that he gives the melody are in the exact right range that they need to be to give us that heroic and leadership sound, right? So let's talk about it a little bit, y'all. We get this big opening here, big B flat chord, da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, right? So we get triplets, and then bum 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 bum. There's the A flat in there. You get this huge B flat chord, you know, right? You know, bum bum bum. You know, and you get that A flat in there. But he's not making it like a B flat 7 chord and going there. No, it's just part of the, you know, just moving up. So we get do, and then up to the 5th, we get a perfect 4th melodically. We get a perfect 5th melodically, and those are big, sturdy tent pole melodic intervals, right? And he goes all the way up to the high octave, right? Outlining an octave and a 4th. Be-dum, down by step. Then, I can't remember exactly what he does there. Check this out. Right in through here. Bum, 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 bum. This. All major chords. Flat 7, major 6, flat 7 to the 5. So great, isn't it? Let's take a look at this. Actually, these little parallel triads here, those little parallel major chords, right? He's doing that. No. Now I'm doing it by ear. I shouldn't be doing that. Da-dum, bum. Huh. A flat, F, A flat, C flat. I'm just going by ear now. Anyway, let's look at this other theme. So he gets us here. Actually, let's take a look at the form. 1 measure, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Ends on a half cadence, right? We're in B flat, right? We're in, that's the 5, 5, 2, 1. Ends on a half cadence, right? We end on the 5 chord, the F chord. Then it's back to B flat. Bum, bum, yada da dee dum, ba da dee dum, ba da dum. Exact same thing. Exact same thing, y'all. Another half cadence, and then we move into this B theme, this contrasting theme that's more lyrical. It's over a dominant pedal. Look at the F in the bass. So you get an E flat chord over the top of it. You get what is that chord? What? Haha. Woo! Then, so, what's happening there? He moves to the E flat chord. Bum, bum, bum. It's like 4 to 5. But instead of giving us the 4 chord there, he puts it over the 5. So, and it gives this movement. It's the 4 over the 5, but it gives a sense of something's happening, something's going to happen, something's going to happen. even know what that chord is. They've got A flat, D flat, F. It's a D flat chord? Oh, good Lord. Okay. And then, what is this? What? C in the bass. C, C, D, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, then C, then F. It jumps the entire way from C to C. C, D, E flat, and then G flat, A flat, B flat, C. It's 2, 5, 1, right? But the chord that happens over the top of it, that's the chord that he's doing. C, E flat, G flat, B flat. That is C half diminished. Okay, so he's using C in that entire measure as a altered 2 chord, altered predominant. It's 2, 5, 1. It's just a 2 chord from B flats minor key. It's the 2, 5, right? From B minor, but it's the 2, 5, right? So he just borrows a 2 chord from B flats parallel minor key, and it gives us this lovely move. Ha ha! Did it? And so on and so on. And the thing that really grabs me about this main theme from Star Wars, y'all, it's got 4 phrases in the main crux of it, right? We get this opening 4-measure phrase, and it's in B flat, and the cadence is on F, a half cadence. We get pretty much the same thing again, and another half cadence. Bum ba bum ba yada dee da 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 dee da dee bum ba bum ba yada da da dee da dum. Another half cadence on F, another dominant chord, and then he plays it again da da dee da dee da 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 dum, and then he gives us that extra color with that C half diminished predominant, but it ends on another half cadence, another F chord. So there's 4 phrases in a row that all end on question marks. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? We're in B flat major, but everything is, huh? Another phrase. Another phrase. Stay tuned. Shit's going to go down, y'all. I mean, that's part of what John sets up to us subliminally almost. We're like, yeah, cool. Ooh, but it's not, it's introducing something. It's not declamatory. It's not bang, just giving us, this is the force or whatever. It's stay tuned, something's coming. And it's wonderful, just an absolute iconic way to start not only a movie, but to be, I guess you could call it a leitmotif, in that it is the introductory piece for every episode in the saga. It's almost like the business card of Star Wars. Who are you? Bum, bum, dee. Oh, you're Star Wars. Okay, cool. So let's keep going, y'all. That was fun. The next little theme that I have, we're going to look at the Force theme, and I need to bring that up for y'all. There it is. Okay, the Force theme. So I've got a little bit here that I've notated for y'all. So this is a bit of the theme that is called the Force theme. You'll notice that it is also scored in B flat, although he does this theme in so many different keys. I just happened to pick the one that I heard the most from the recording. And a lot of times they're in G minor here, which actually is the relative minor of what we just heard in the main title. But it's a theme fit for a universal force. It's something that can be harnessed, but it's something that is immense. It needs to have some depth. It needs to have some grandeur and some soul and some space, and it does that. We get another opening fourth soldo that everybody loves. That we move up a little bit, and then by the time we get all the way over here, we're arpeggiating up the tonic triad, and we get that another high pop of that melody. That's one thing that John does so well, is he crafts melodies that have sort of a long-term natural flow to them. Bum 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 ba da dee dum. Right? We get the fourth. It goes up by step, a little neighbor tone, right? And then back to where we started, and then we go again, ba dee ba ya dum bum, and then we get a little bit more rhythmic energy and gumption. We pop up to the high fifth. Right now we get that octave, and we land on a major four chord of all things. Really, really cool. And then he does it again, and he gives us, instead of getting us all the way to here, he gives us the entire octave. And now, this time we went down by a sixth. This time we're going up by a sixth. And it just has a lovely symmetry to it. We've got perfect fourths, we've got sixths, we've got octaves, we've got perfect fifths, arpeggios within triads. It's just really, really wonderful. And one of the ways that I wanted to show you, I'll play it for you, I promise, y'all. One of the ways that that John builds his themes. He doesn't do this all the time, but it's one of the ways that he builds his themes. We have kind of a statement, a first phrase, and then we have an answer, a second phrase. And the statement, the first idea, kind of gives us the bones, kind of gives us the personality of what this particular theme is going to represent, and then the answer builds on it. It gives a little bit of an emotional climax even, and then it kind of settles us in and gives us a nice resolution. They're the same number of measures, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So it's a symmetrical little connection here. 4-measure phrase, 4-measure phrase. The cadences are a little interesting for this one, because this one ends on a major 4 chord before moving to the 5 chord. Really something interesting that he does. John Williams doesn't do this all the time, but I have noticed this format for his themes in several of his movies. E.T.'s flying theme comes to mind. Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter does this. Statement, answer. Statement, answer. 2 phrases, So let's go to, let's hear it, y'all. Let's see what we've got here. Here's the Force theme from episode 4. Here we go. That's not in this key. Yeah. That's in C. This is in G minor. We're hearing it in C minor now. Bum, bum. Now we're in G minor. Major 4 chord. High octave. Haha. He extends it a little bit there. Yeah, little yeah, little deceptive resolution there. But in the second time that we heard that, it was the beautiful horn melody. If we take the first line, sorry, boom. Right, there's the major 4 chord. Then you get the 5. But he uses the horn. He uses the horn in this first line. The horn it's a beautiful instrument. It's heroic. It's got all of that warmth and resonance and a rounder, more kind of global tone than the trumpet has. And the horn is kind of an alto instrument, a baritone and an alto instrument. So we have to be careful about how high we write the horns. It's written a fifth higher, so to sound these pitches. We make use of a nice spacing on the treble staff for its written notes, and it actually sounds lower. So by the time that the horn is playing this, and it gets all the way to this high D here, the apex of this first line, it's a written high A for the horn, a pretty darn high note for the instrument. And you'll notice that Williams then pivots and doesn't give the horn the lead line in this second phrase. He gives it to the strings, and he changes the orchestration a little bit because he knows that if he asks a solo horn to play this high G, which for them is written as a high D, that most horn players are going to not do well. Or it's going to, maybe, even if they do well, it's going to sound pinched and a little thin and not quite the color that he wants. And so he's a master of making use of these orchestral colors here. And the cool thing is that he uses the C major chord at the end of this first phrase, and it takes away the E flat that's in the key, and it gives us this nice grounding in C major. It's a lovely, lovely theme, isn't it? Cool. I want to keep moving, friends. Next up, we got to go to Darth Vader's theme, or the Imperial March, however you want to call it. So, I have found, I was trying to figure out how to do this, y'all. I have found a video on YouTube from a channel called Inside the Score. And I actually really love this. It would have taken me hours to do this. What this person has done is gone through a lot of the movies with the movie images in them. So that's going to be fun for us. And tracked instances of the little Darth Vader theme. We know that one. It's the you know, that one, right? And he kind of takes us through Anakin's life as accompanied by this little theme. And it, like I said, it would have taken me hours to put something like this together. So I want to watch it with you and kind of stop and start it and have some fun taking a look at some of this. This is the evolution of Darth Vader's theme as provided to us from the Inside the Score YouTube channel. Here we go. This video does not show every single appearance of Darth Vader's theme. That would just be silly. Yeah, because there's a bunch of them. Okay, I'm ready to hear it.
You have brought hope to those who have none. I'm so very proud of you.
Ba-da-dee. Just a little hint.
The chosen one the boy may be. Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
Master Yoda,
Clarinets.
I gave Qui-Gon my word.
Then echoed in the strings.
Something terrible.
Rhythmically
has happened.
kind of stretched out.
Young Skywalker is in pain. Terrible pain.
Now we get a look at the Imperial ships. And it's more of the march, the mature march that we know it to be.
Outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be on the council and not be a master?
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
Forgive me, Master.
Bassoon. The woodwinds give us the great colored, right?
Vader.
Vader.
Thank you,
It's foreboding.
my master.
The dotted rhythm, the
Destroy.
repetition.
Civil war without end. First,
Double
I want you
basses.
to go to the Jedi Temple.
Move to the east. Yes, sir.
Even in the animated stuff.
Welcome, Lord Vader. We've been expecting you.
There's a new key for it.
Hear any more about Obi-Wan? The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me?
But you see how even just one little measure can remind us of the character that we're dealing with.
Vader will become more powerful than either of us.
Faith in your new apprentice, misplaced maybe.
Oh, I remember this scene. The double basses. Sinister, right? It's kind of impending doom. From the very beginning of episode 4. Just a little hint in the piccolo. Then
Lord Vader, the fleet has moved out to flight speed and we're preparing to...
muted horns.
You have failed me for the last time.
Big brass. Somehow we never get tired of hearing it.
Admiral.
Don't we?
By the dark side of the Force.
Yes, yes. To Obi-Wan you listen. The cave.
And sometimes it's not the whole arpeggio, it's just a neighbor tone. Yum-ba-dum. He can slow it down. He can change the key. He can change the harmonies. He can elongate it. He can shorten it. Luke, what are you swinging at? Come on.
I am your father.
Spoiler.
Not true.
Betrayal.
Luke,
Father.
son.
Vader needs an ENT. He's got a breathing issue, you know? You should get that looked at.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's so good, right? It just transports you into this universe. preparing to return to the Jedi.
Vader. You must confront Vader. Then, only then, a Jedi will you be.
Batatarundi, Darth Vader. And Chenko Eskimo Kier Tumti Death Star.
Even the Ewoks know who the hell this guy is. And then finally at the end of Anakin's life.
No. Go, my son. Leave me.
No, you're coming with me. I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
You already have.
Harp. Harp. He chooses a harp over the bases to signify Anakin's death. It's just remarkable, isn't it? It's a great video, so thanks to Inside the Score for that. I was thinking, you know, that would be really cool if I could go through and watch the movies and snip that and snip that and snip that and put them all together. And I was like, that's going to take forever. But wouldn't it be cool? And then I find that. I'm like, I got to show them that because it gives another hint at all of the ways that these little themes get spun throughout a character's life cycle in the story. Let's see. Let's go to Vader's theme here, or the Imperial, the Imperial March theme. There we go. Another one in G minor. That's where we're going to score it this time. And this is a very interesting and pliable little theme, y'all, and it's got some fascinating little spots to it. So look here, we've got two measures. Does it again, up a little higher. Okay, another two measures. The next phrase is 4 measures long, right? We get bum bum. Does it again, 4 measures. Yeah. So we get 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4 in the theme itself. And it's very close, y'all. It's very close to 151. 5 to 1, 5 to 1. But it's not. It's 6 to 1. Here's what I'm talking about. That would be 5 to 1. This is... with the 5... with the 6, one, or so because he's using the leading tone in that chord, it gives us the sound of a tonicizing chord coming back to it, but it's not the major third of the 5 chord, it's the minor third of the 6 chord. Now, in G minor, the 6th chord, this is, sorry, 1, 7, 6, then 5, okay? 1 is minor, 7 is major, 6 is major, and then I can use the major 5. But what happens if I use a minor 6? It's not, it's, yeah, it's got that, in this case, the leading tone of the key in it. So when he goes, it's almost like 1 to 5 to 1. Not quite. Not quite, but it's close. It's close. And as we move into the next little phrase here, bum, 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 then yum, bum, 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 right? We get the same little thing, And then check out this descending chromatic stuff. Actually, there's so much to talk about, y'all. Look at the theme itself. Just the melody. Those are the notes, by the way. In the melody doesn't use that one, right? So I could set it in E flat major. It's mi, do, sol, mi, do, sol, mi. It's a major darn chord, y'all. It outlines a major chord, but he does it over a minor chord and a minor chord. Totally cool. A major melody supported by minor harmonies. And again, it's the conflict, the innate conflict within Vader himself. It's a major triad, but it's minor. Ew. It's the 151, but it's the 6 instead. You know, it's conflicted. It's close. He's in there, but he's affected. It's not quite right. You know, it's sinister. Something's off. And it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's take a look at this next little bit with the octaves coming down. This is also really cool, y'all. You'll notice, what is the bass doing? Sorry. G, 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 then C sharps, then E flats, and then G's. Right? But why does it go from G to C sharp? Ew. What is going on there? Well, let's take a look at the melody. So we have an octave jump. Bum, ba-dee. Then from that G, it's down by half step, down by half step, down by half step, and a little other half step, but it resolves back there. Yum, bum, ba-ya-da-dum. Sorry, one more time. One more time. I did it. It goes from that G down to the E, a minor third. What does the next one do? It goes from the C sharp down to the B flat. What are all of those 4 notes? It's a fully diminished 7th chord built on the tonic note of the key. So instead of minor 1, it's, no, it's not. Right? Be-da-ba-dee-da-dum. So why did he choose to go to the C sharp? Because that C sharp is part of that overall chord, right? So So it's almost like 4, 5, 1. That's sharp 4 to sharp 5 to 1. 4 to 1, 4, 5, 1, or becomes funky. 4, 5, sharp 4. A little off, a little off. Close, he's in there, but it's a little off, right? It's one of the things I absolutely loved about discovering as I was kind of dissecting this little theme. And it's quite wonderful, isn't it? It's quite fascinating. And he's got all of the melodic intervals you would need to then expound upon this. Put it, you've got little half note motives, you've got perfect fourths, you've got perfect fifths, you've got triads, you've got triadic arpeggiations, right? Bum ba beam, right? There's the E flat minor chord, and then the G, then the an E flat major triad that resolves to G minor. Absolutely incredible, right? Fun. So one more that I want to do, y'all, and I'm going to go to the newer set of movies for this one. Where is the theme that I need? There's Ray's theme. Yeah, we're going to look at Ray's theme. So for Ray, he does something similar that he was doing in Darth Vader's theme. He's giving us these little motor motions that can then be turned into a bigger thing. If the first 3 films or the prequels are about Anakin's story specifically, and that theme kind of goes with him throughout his life, and a lot of things happen to Anakin in his life, and that theme follows him throughout it. Rey is just starting out in episode 7. There's a lot that's going to happen for her. She is a character that is in development, and her theme provides the spunk and the spark to build, to grow, to have more development happen, right? So we get this short, compact, precocious, even little theme. And as we hear it, it's just a little motor theme using A minor pentatonic. Aha! It's A minor pentatonic. A to C to E to the G natural to the A. Bum be da dum. 1 to 3, 1, 5, 7, 1, be da bum be da dum. And that's what we get here, right? As we hear it. It's by itself. Bum bum bum. Sol do do. And then low, middle, high, right? It can explore this way, it can explore where it is and explore up. It can explore way down here, like sol, te, sol, do. And then you get this up here, right? This contrasting little idea, but it fits with it. It's small. Huh. Great. It's a little rhythmic motive that goes with. It gives us the A minor, it gives a little bit of suspended motion in there, and it accompanies our theme. So the whole theme in the soundtrack is about 3 minutes, and I want to hear it with you because some really interesting things happen. So let's hear it and see where it goes. Here we go. Low flute. About as low as you'll hear it. Bum, bum. flutes. Flute. And this little motive is upheld by some pitched percussion. And then it's going to keep going. Contrasting theme over the top of it. Counter theme. It implies a character in motion, a character that is curious, a character whose story is yet untold. Moves the key. Moves the key again. She's on the move. And the notes in this lyrical melody are derived from that main theme. And when you're writing a contrasting or a counter melody, you can use the motive as orchestrational fodder. New key. We get this theme in the flutes, then just in the pitch percussion. And it ends. And here's the cool thing, y'all. Here's where it ended. Right? Something like that. Right? Where did it start? It started in A and it ended in E flat. In 3 minutes, in introducing this character, John Williams has her start off in A minor with no flats or sharps. And by the time we finish introducing the character, she has literally had her world turned upside down. She's halfway around the circle of fifths. Sonically, as far away from where she started as John Williams could potentially, have the music go. And it signifies the epic journey that this character is going to go on, and we're going to have our worlds turned upside down just like hers. And The Force Awakens actually is one of my favorite movies from the entire canon. I really enjoyed that one, and I still enjoy watching that one. The 8th and 9th one, I'd have to be in a special mood, y'all. And I haven't seen the prequels in a long, long time. Yeah. So there you go, friends. 4 of the big themes from Star Wars. There's so many more too. I mean, the big love theme, the Leia's theme, the love theme between Leia and Han. It's just what I mean. There's more that I could get to, my friends, but I didn't want the video to turn into like a 5-hour marathon, you know. So what should we do from here? Do we go more in depth? Is that what you want? Do you want more really kind of minutia, in-depth analysis? Or should we do some similar treatment and take some other themes for a stroll? Should we take a look at and do something similar with other movies, other franchises, other composers? It takes a little bit of work to do, but I enjoyed reading in and doing this one and learning more about the intricacies of some of John Williams' famous themes. And he uses these to kind of bring it full circle. He uses these what we call leitmotifs. These are motifs that are narrative in nature. They're built specifically to stand for or to accompany specific people, specific emotions, specific groups, all of that sort of stuff. And whenever they come back, whenever the composer wants to remind us, oh yeah, this is the work of these people, you just bring in, even if they're not on camera, you just bring in a bit of their theme, and you just have to hint at it. And subliminally will go, yeah, that's those bad guys doing the stuff, you know, or that's why we're here. Darth Vader did it, you know, and it just makes for a viewing experience, a storytelling as the receiver of the story, an experience that is extremely heightened and made more palpable and interesting and impactful, right? It's why after almost 50 years now of Star Wars, we continue to be enthralled by this universe. It's not just the characters, it's the sounds that accompany them. And we have John Williams to thank for that, my friends. So with that, I believe that is going to be all for this particular episode. I have very much enjoyed looking into some music from Star Wars. Let me know what you think, where we should go next in future Behind the Score episodes, and I will see what I can do. But for now, that is all for me. I thank you very much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Dog.